welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Happy Valentine's Day. Today I will be answering your love questions, whether it be self-love, romantic love, friendships, or family. I asked you on Instagram what your questions were, and I received a few. I wrote them down and they are folded here. Now, this is a series called For the Love of Tarot. I would like to potentially do this more often, maybe once a month or maybe once every 2 months. Let me know in the comments below if this is something that you'd be interested. If so, I'd end up making a Google form where you could submit your questions to be answered by me. So, how about we get started with the questions that I do have already. Now, potentially I won't be answering all of these. That's why I'm making them be a selected. So we'll see how many I get through in this particular video. I will be using the Little Prince Tarot of the Little Prince, White Newman, or the Light Seers, depending on what the question is and what I feel. So let's pull one question. Ooh, we got a small one. Now, I do want to let you know that all questions are anonymous within the video. However, I do know who submits each question. And the reason for that being is so I can contact you personally to let you know if your question was answered. So, first question. Let's just focus that. Advice for healing familial relationships. Okay, so let's ask the cards. I think I will use the tarot for the Little Prince for this one. So let's shuffle the cards. I love this deck because it shuffles fantastically. Look at that. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So firstly, we have the Knight of Swords, as you can see here. Now, the Knight of Swords is definitely a fast-moving card, which I'm sure a lot of people, if you know tarot, know that the knights are action cards. So it's for you to take action in something. So clearly, if you want to heal your relationship, you need to be the one to make the first move. That would be the first thing. So if you want to heal this familial relationship that you're asking about, you need to start by actually stepping forward and asking to heal the relationship, right? Now, you want to make sure also, because this is a fast-moving card, that you're not just assuming that work doesn't need to be put into it, right? Sometimes with the knights, they assume that things will just come, but you don't need to like put in the work for them. Now, the swords are a logical suit, so definitely need to use your mind in this regard and really think about if this is the step that you want to go in. So do you want to heal this relationship, this with your family, is really what you need to ask for yourself first of all. If the answer is yes, then I would definitely state that this card is saying that you should make the first move into that healing process. Now, with this card, I would also state that don't let impatience get the better of you. Obviously, healing relationships takes time, and it's definitely something that will require patience. Now, while this is a fast-moving card because it's a knight, you want to also make sure that you're not moving too quickly, because then maybe the person that you want to heal the relationship with in your family, they're not ready. So You also want to take that into consideration as well when it comes to the Knight of Swords. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, think of the Eight of Pentacles as starting anew. The Eight of Pentacles typically signifies starting a new skill, learning something new, to master something, right? But in regards to this kind of situation, I would say that think of this as a new beginning for your relationship, right? You're taking that step that you want to take to heal that relationship with you and your family. Now, it may not go to plan. You don't know. We don't know. Things happen sometimes. But the point is to take that step and work hard towards that step. So the Eight of Pentacles also signifies that you need to work hard towards the goal you're trying to the goal that you're trying to achieve, rather. So you want to make sure that you're working hard towards that goal of healing those relationships with your family. This could mean putting in the work. This could also mean maybe doing something where you do maybe family counseling, family therapy, for example. That could definitely be something new. It would be a new territory, and it would help with the healing process, but it would be something that you would need to work hard towards, right? Usually in family counseling, family therapy, they usually you have your moderator, which is the therapist, and a lot of the times you need to do exercises together with your family to heal bonds. So in this regard, the Eight of Pentacles could definitely signify that kind of healing relationship where you need to make sure that you're putting in the work necessary to heal those bonds. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, typically the family card would be the Ten of Cups when I'm thinking about family and family bonds and whatnot. However, the Ten of Pentacles typically is about abundance, community, and having a legacy of some sort. Now, in this kind of scenario, in terms of healing relationships, I would see that this more as potentially a positive outcome of potential relationships being healed. Now, whether that be in the sense that this would only come about if work is put in it from both sides. Now, you can't assume that things will be done just on your own, right? You can't assume that. You can't also do that by yourself, right? When it comes to healing relationships, it's both parties that need to actually put in the work to do that, not just you. So if, for example, you were to do something of the sort in regards to seeking family counseling, for example, you'd probably have a better outcome than maybe healing those relationships on your own. Because at least in family counseling, you would have a moderator to help that and to allow the relationship to become more abundant, and also to allow the relationship to be more of a community for you. If right now it's not that, where you can actually seek solace and seek advice and whatnot from your family, that's not really a community, right? If they're not really the people that you go to when you're in need. Now, if they are the types of people that you are, so you might have that sense of a community, but maybe the relationship is just not as great as you want it to be. But I think this would be a positive outcome if the work is really put in and both parties are willing to make sure that the relationship is abundant and what's the word I'm looking for? And successful together. That's what I was trying to look for. So I hope that answers your questions. Of course, if you have any additional questions, feel free to let me know. So we can definitely pull another question. Okay, let's pull question number 2. Okay, let's see what this one is. It's a thicker one. Ooh, some self-love. Love me that. Okay, self-love. What can I do more of to support my growth during this time? Okay. Let's do the White Newman Tarot. Okay, that should be good. Okay. Ooh, we have 2 wand cards. Okay. Interesting. So the first card is the Knight of Wands. Now, as I stated in the previous reading, the Knights are cards of action, right? They are fast-paced cards. They are cards that require you to actually do something and take action towards something. Now, your question is asking in terms of self-love what you need to further your growth. Now, with this particular card, Wands is talking about creativity and it's talking about passion. So there's something in regards to the passion that you have within yourself that needs to be ignited and that needs to be sparked in a way. Think of it in terms of fire, for example. You know, you take a match, you strike the match, it becomes inflamed, and you use it to light a candle. So you need to actually take more time to be creative in your own endeavors that provide self-love for yourself. And I see that also with the Ace of Wands here, for example, which is the start of the Wands suit, which is the start of new creativity and new passions and whatnot with the Ace of Wands. So another thing I wanted to mention in regards to the imagery of this particular card, you can see that this knight is riding a camel, right? And has quite a number of items that this particular knight is taking with them on this journey that they're going on. You have to remember that when it comes to self-love, you have resources that are available to you and that you have available for yourself that need to be used when you actually need them. Which is pretty much the same thing with the magician, for example. You have tools at your own disposal that you need to use to provide yourself with that self-love. So you want to use these resources that you carry with you, that you have with you, to be able to provide yourself with that self-love. Now, in terms of the magician, those tools being available to you, and in terms of creativity, I would say that in order to further your own growth, you need to do things that are more creative. This could be art. This could be writing poetry. This could be anything that's artistic, I think, would be the way to go in terms of loving yourself. Maybe write a poem on how you love yourself. Or maybe read some poetry on the love that people have for themselves. Or maybe you can do something creative in the sense of, I don't know, make a bath bomb yourself and use it and take a bath. Doing something creative can be a lot of different things. It's just in the sense of doing something that's fun, taking an adventure of some sort with the Knight of Wands, because this is also about adventure, right? Taking some sort of adventure, trying something new in a sense, because the Ace of Wands is about doing new things, new creativity, new beginnings, and just allowing that to be your tool to provide you with that self-love. And that really can be so much. Like, if you're artistic and like doing art and you find that fun, then there you go. Self-love, just giving yourself time to relax, to have some fun, where you're not working constantly, where you're not constantly, I don't know, caught up in like work related things, or constantly stressing or being overwhelmed. Just taking that time to use tools that are available to you to just unwind in a way. Then with the Ace of Wands, as I said, it's about new beginnings and doing new things. So you really just want to, with these cards, you really just want to be able to try those new things. And when you focus on yourself as well, you focus on your own potential, right? So if you take time to relax and not stress so much about work, you know what happens? You end up getting new ideas and whatnot, and being more creatively sparked in terms of what you could do for work, or for growth, or for your goals that you have, your dreams that you have, and stuff like that. So just taking that time that you need for you can open up doors like nobody's business. Your mind will be so open and creatively ready to take on anything that it comes to. So definitely something to think about when in terms of self-love and just providing yourself with self-care. Now, I did want to pull one extra card from the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck in regards to this question. This deck is by Amanda Lovelace, who is a poet. So let me just, okay. So we have Princess, you can be your own knight. So this really falls into what all the other cards are saying, is that you have the power and the tools available to you to do anything that you want to do. So when you take the time to really do those things and remember that you have the power to do them, you are able to be your own knight in that regards. You're able to be your own Knight of Wands, you're able to be your own Knight Cups, Knight of whatever, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, doesn't matter. You're able to be your own knight because you're able to use your own judgment and your own resources available to you to help you through anything, through your goals, through your growth, whatever it might be. So make sure that you're remembering that you are your own person, and sometimes you don't need someone else to help you through things. You're able to do anything you want to on your own. Okay, let's answer a third question. Oops. Okay, we got this one. Let's see here. Let's make sure it's focused on the thing. Okay. Is this person meant to be my girlfriend? Ooh, let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, let's see. You know what? I'm going to use the White Newman again. this one. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got 3 of Wands. So with the 3 of Wands, I would say yes. I would say that this is a yes answer. Mainly because the 3 of Wands talks about progress. It talks about moving forward or moving in the right direction. And it also talks about opportunities coming your way, as well as what's the other thing I'm looking for? Results of your effort. So you put in the work and you get results from it. In terms of like the card before, which is the 2 of Wands, where you need to make a choice, right? So I would say that if you make the choice that you want this person to be your girlfriend, then yes, this person is meant to be your girlfriend, if that's the choice that you're making. If you're not sure about your choice, then I would say that this card is stating that you're heading in the right direction with this particular person. So I would say yes with this particular card, and that you're heading in the right direction of where you want to be. Okay, let's answer one more question. Let's see here. Okay, we have a big one. Let's see. Okay. What is the key or tool I need most to put myself out there for a romantic relationship? Okay, what is the key to putting myself out there in a romantic relationship? Okay, let's use the light seers. And see what we get. This one. The Devil. The Magician. And 8 of Wands. So, firstly, we have the Devil. Now, for me, the Devil is about inner demons. It's about holding yourself back as well. And I would also say that it's about the differences between healthy versus unhealthy. So, in regards to the question, I would say that probably you should start by looking into, one, what you consider a healthy relationship versus an unhealthy relationship with yourself as well as with others. Secondly, I would say that the Devil is saying that you need to actually do some work on your inner self before you can be with someone else. When someone doesn't love themselves inside, or has lack of confidence or low self-esteem, usually people who get into relationships can usually know if someone has those things, is lacking confidence or lacking, or having low self-esteem. And you want to make sure that you're taking a hard look into that and you're really allowing yourself to work through those things before you get into a relationship with someone else. And the reason being is because when you lack confidence and you have low self-esteem, the people you attract to you are the unhealthy part of relationships. And you don't want to attract unhealthy relationships. You want to attract healthy relationships. That's why I said in the beginning, what's the difference to you between healthy and unhealthy in terms of the relationship you have with yourself and the relationship you have with others? So that's really what the Devil is saying. So make sure you take a look at that which then leads into the key and tool of your question. Now, the Magician to me talks about confidence, especially with this particular imagery. To me, this screams confidence. You have confidence in yourself and in your abilities, right? So with this particular card, I would say that you need to look into yourself and build your own confidence before you can get into a relationship with someone else romantically. And that's really the gist of it. You know, you want to make sure that you're confident in who you are so you can attract others who will be confident in you as well and who will support you, and the kind of healthy relationships that you deserve to have. Lastly, we have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands typically talks about fast action and speed and making speedy decisions and whatnot. But in terms of an outcome, I would say that the Eight of Wands, I would say that it's about having clarity in what you want in a relationship and what you're looking for also. I wouldn't say set yourself high with expectations, because usually if we set ourselves too high with expectations, then we have a hard time finding the person we really want. But I would say that you should go in with at least some expectations when you're looking for someone romantically. What exactly are you looking for in terms of a romantic relationship? You know, you probably have your own desires and hopes in terms of what you want out of a romantic relationship. So the Eight of Wands is really saying that you should definitely look into that. That way you know what it is you want. Not everyone knows what it is they want out of a relationship, right? So sometimes it can be hard going into a relationship not knowing what it is you want from it and not knowing what it is you're looking for when you're actually looking. So the Eight of Wands is about knowing what it is you desire from a relationship and seeking that once you have done, you know, what's being asked of you with the Devil and the Magician. So Eight of Wands is the outcome of when you're actually ready to look for a relationship. This is something that you should focus on. So I do thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If I didn't get to your question, I am really sorry. I will keep your questions, however, in case people actually enjoy this video and want to see more of it. Then I will keep these questions that I didn't answer for the next one. Of course, as always, I do know whose question was for who, so I will contact you to let you know if your question is answered or not. And I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great Valentine's Day.